Sorry, that was my fault. My mic was off. Welcome on to the Misfits Racing League Season 12. Live from beautiful Texas Motor Speedway. It is fun time here at Texas. Tonight, the playoffs start. Yes, it's time for these next 5 weeks to see who is crowned a champion. Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm Nick 2019 Cheb as your broadcaster, and I'm waiting on my partner for some odd reason. It seems like he's hanging out with the fans, and honestly, he's having too much fun down there, hanging out with the fans, and man, I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. He's hanging out with the fans, and I'm up here broadcasting. So, we'll hope to see Rogue up here very soon, and yeah. But like I said, it's going to be a long race tonight. 100 laps, 22 laps in stage 1, 19 laps in stage 2, and then the final, we're looking around 56 to go. Yes, 56 laps to go will be our last go-around. The fuel window is around 13 to 14 laps. And here is the driver, here is your roll call for tonight's field. You got Full Pull driving the number 10. Then you got JPR in the 90, Piff in the 9, Turnover, the regular season champion, in the 20. Then Fool on the 13, Dave in the 7, Maddie in the 99, Speedway in the 5, Ziles in the 22, Eternal in the 78, Cowboy Watson in the 16, Tunes in the 11, and G Pre makes it in. And here's my broadcaster. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
Man, I was just telling him you are hanging out with the fans, and I'm up here doing all this by myself, man. What gives?
I was getting the pulse of the fans on who they think's going to win the race. You know.
No. You were getting autographs. You were signing autographs, my guy. Don't lie.
Oh yeah, I had that too. I had some fans out there for sure.
Oh, Lordy. Ladies and gentlemen, my broadcasting partner getting autographs while I'm up here trying to enjoy Texas Motor Speedway. Again, road, 22 laps in stage 1, 19 in stage 2, and then you're looking around 56 laps to go in tonight's race. It's going to be a long one. It's 100 laps tonight, and we're going to be here tomorrow night at the same track for trucks. And again, tonight, it is the first race of the playoffs. There's got to be a lot of nerves going into these next 5 weeks, Rogue.
We got 13 drivers trying to get a good score round 1.
Exactly. And Full Pull, as mentioned before, he said he wasn't probably going to make tonight. But he turns out...
he made it.
Just in the nick of time, I tell you what. He made it just before, he told us, he was like, I got obligations, but then, well, looking at roll call, he makes it, and he's been fast. If you look at both him running in trucks and in Xfinity, he's one of the guys to watch for. I tell you, he's one of those guys to look at.
Well, him and Turnover battled all season long for that regular season playoff, regular season champion.
Exactly. Very good point. And like I said, Turnover is your regular season champion heading into these playoffs. And again, 13
he
guys.
finds himself seated, third?
Fourth. Turnover sits fourth.
Fourth, yeah. The regular season champion finds himself seated fourth after all the playoff points were added up.
Exactly. And now, folks, you're probably wondering, Nick, you said 13 guys. Why? You were ranked. We usually have 12 guys. Well, the thing is, Brandon ran half the season. Yes, we know that, but he's an admin, so...
Well, no, he took a provisional.
Well,
he's three-time champion.
Well, yeah. There you go. And, yeah. So, there's 13 guys. And this is going to be interesting, Rogue. 5 guys going to be eliminated next week at Michigan. So...
Right. So that changed a lot up for some of the drivers.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Given that, you got 3 rookies in their first ever Misfits Racing League playoff spot. And I tell you what, those two of them are out of the colleague camp, and I tell you, one to watch for, again, is Full Pool, but another driver who I think could make some noise next week at Michigan could be Cowboy Watson if he could steal some points, maybe a pole, maybe some fast lap or something, maybe a top five.
Right.
And,
Michigan's going to be a lot of these drivers are already looking forward to Michigan. I can tell you that right now.
And you got to realize this too, Rogue. If you look at the schedule next week and that week, the 2 weeks from now, Michigan and Auto Club are both high draft. And then we go to a third high draft track in Atlanta to close out the season. So you got 3 high draft tracks in the playoffs. That could be a key factor given that Michigan, you could get a good lap there, like around a 38, maybe even like a low 39, high 30, or something like that. That's possible. These Xfinity cars drive like the 2020 Cup cars.
Right.
So, really quick before I do, because I forgot to do this Monday before the intro, let's give a shout out to our sponsors really quick of Mustang Makers. Again, if you got a trophy, don't worry. Matty has them, but please be patient. He's got to get money to mail them out to us. So, Mustang Makers for providing our trophies. Printaholics for making our merchandise. We hope to get some more merchandise out there. Dave is working as efficiently as he can to get the merchandise.
Once we get some more merchandise, we'll let you guys know how to get a hold of some personal swag for your own.
Exactly. Printaholics, Tomco Prints, and of course, we can't forget our good buddies at the Beneath the Oaks podcast. Take a listen to them, whether on your phone or tablet, if you have Spotify. Listen to them if you're working out, if you're laying down, just enjoying watching something, or if you're working out, just listen to them. They're great. They mentioned us. They're a great group of guys. Take a listen to them. Beneath the Oaks podcast on Spotify. I'm telling you, Rogue, this is going to be a long 5 weeks for us. But I'm telling you, now it's time to make those picks. I think I'm going to start us off. I'm going to go with a curveball here. I'm going to start with turnover, and my dark horse is JPR.
Your dark horse is JPR, and turnover is going for the... Well, I'm going to take a sure thing on my... I'm going to go with JPR as the winner. But my dark horse is going to be Hypertonic.
Is he racing?
I believe he is. He was in the chat.
He left. He left.
Oh, then in that case, my dark horse is going to be Pip.
See, I was gonna go with my old ride there, Rogue, but I was like, you know what? That's gonna be a little controversy. Saying, hey, that's kind of.
Now that we made our picks in practice, the fastest driver in practice so far has been Full Pull.
Yes, he has. Full Pool with a 29.840. But can that translate into the race? Because now you got to realize these guys can get... If you had the right adjustments, you could probably take the top of the daily probably going after tonight. So...
Right. Oh, I expect once the full field gets running that they'll move up in that list, and we're going to have... I'm going to go and say there's going to be 8 drivers from our league on this list tonight.
Absolutely. 100%. Last night, ladies,
we already got in practice. We've already got 5 of them.
Exactly. You got 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and I'm not going to count you in it because, well, you're a broadcaster, and I'm going to only count
my practice. So we won't count my practice.
So you got 5.
I just practiced a little bit with them, and Maddie had a fast car.
Oh, snap. I think we got to keep an eye out for Maddie. And another thing is we got to keep an eye on that 7 and 99.
I was going to say, Maddie got a fast car if he can stay away from that 7.
That's his thing. He needs to stay away from the 7 as much
They're
as
like
possible.
magnets. they're polar opposites and they attract each other.
Well, you gotta realize this too, Rogue, is that's the same thing in trucks. I know you see it every truck night or hear every truck night. They're everywhere. They're like they can't stay away from each other in trucks either.
Yeah,
so.
it seems like that. It's all they run next to each other. Even if they don't start next to each other, they end up next to each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And last night, ladies and gentlemen, we had the Cup cars. We were at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and boy, Rogue, that was the 100 laps of. It was insane 100 laps.
Coca-Cola 600, and it was definitely.
And hey, how about this? A non-Michigan boy wins, and that belonged to none other than the Cup owner himself. RKM took the victory over Reb, GU, Fula, and Gar. Boy, I had a top 5 car last night. I tell you, I had second pretty much, and well, ladies and gentlemen, that meme of 7th place, well, it's back. That 7th place meme is back.
7th place is back.
But next week, Rogue,
you made a mistake on your strategy last night.
Yes,
put yourself in an awkward position.
I did, yes. But, Rogue, we're going to High Banks of Talladega next Tuesday night. I tell you what, I'm pretty pumped about that one. I'm pretty pumped.
Oh, you're coming off your 2nd place.
Oh,
in the Xfinity Talladega race. You're looking forward to the Cup. I get it.
I'm excited, man. I'm telling you. But that was your top 5, and then the top 10 was Michael, myself, Rogue, Corolla. Boy, not a good night for Corolla last night in Cup. Had a speeding penalty and he couldn't recover.
Yeah, speeding penalty. He did a pretty good job coming back from a speeding penalty. He did him and full pull. Not full pull, but
Fula.
Somebody else had a speeding penalty last night too.
Yep.
The 17.
Reb, yes. Reb had a good car.
They both had a great car. Speeding penalty on the first stop did them in.
Yep. Oh,
they
absolutely.
kind of put them in a box of what they could do. They did a good job of coming back for what they were given.
Absolutely. And then rounding out the top 10 was Dave. And, that race, honestly, I didn't enjoy it. But then yet again, we got 4 more weeks of Cup, and then we have an off week. We have the off season, man. I cannot wait for an off season, man. It's been a long season, man. I can't even keep track of average finishes and everything, man. I can't keep track of all that. I gotta ask for expertise, man. I gotta ask experts for that. But yeah, we got a lot to cover going into the next week of the podcast, and yes, next week is Talladega for the Cup Series. Next week for Xfinity is at Michigan, and trucks, I believe you guys are at Richmond, I believe. I'm pretty sure y'all are at Richmond, because I know it's got to be some short track. Let me see. But again, I am glad to be up here instead of down racing in trucks again, because I'm okay with trucks, with not racing trucks, because honestly, I've already solidified myself. I'm okay with it. No problem. No harm. No foul. But,
Right? Well, you'll be in the booth watching it tomorrow and broadcasting it.
Oh, absolutely. Again, I wish I could have laughed at your humiliation last week, but the draft was on, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you watched that, I hope your NFL team did good this draft, because my team did okay. I mean, we did okay, but yes, we are at. So the next week's schedule, Cup is at Talladega, Xfinity is headed to Michigan, and of course, Trucks is headed short track racing. I am kind of glad to be up here, not down at short track racing next week. So it's a win-win situation for me. So with that being said, 8:30. When Maddie does message me, I know you don't see it, but when he tells us to join, I will let you know to join, because you don't have a phone on you right now. So I'll let
I
you.
broke it.
Oh no, Rogue. What'd you do?
It was a little bit of emotional distress.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Oh, bro, we can't. Qualifying is happening right now. So, again, I think I'm going to feel bad if our picks don't get it right, then I'm going to say, well, I should have went with that guy, you know. That's going to be one crazy race. But again, anything can happen in these 100 laps. And again, Rogue, I think turn 4, because if you don't pick that right slider, that back end's going to snap, you're going to hit the wall, and then people are going to go through that quad oval and just wreck.
Yeah. Turn 4 is going to be the hard one. Even if you're on a tighter setup, it seems as the fuel runs off, it gets a little loose on that exit, regardless what you do to the car.
Absolutely. And and it's going to be the same thing with trucks tomorrow night is, this thing's going to be, because remember the last time we ran Texas in the Truck Series, Rogue, I know it's Xfinity tonight, but remember last time we had to double head the Truck Series at Kentucky and Texas, and tomorrow's not going to be like it as before, because remember, I'm not sure if it's 74 or 84 laps tomorrow. I'll ask Maddie though, but remember, last time we were at Texas in trucks, it was a short distance because of the doubleheader, and tomorrow it's going to be longer than just the short distance. So these guys, it's going to be a lot of stress, but hey, it's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. They are qualifying. Just trying to see if I can get to Dave's stream, but I'm just trying to look, but I guess he's not streaming the qualifying until he gets done. So, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be one fantastic race here. We're under the lights from Texas Motor Speedway. First round of the playoffs. Who is going to go to Atlanta in 5 weeks? Who's going to hoist the trophy? And who's going to taste victory as a champion when it's all said and done? Hope y'all are enjoying your Wednesday night. It is going to be, I think me and Rogue are going to have one heck of a time up here instead of being down in the trucks. However, he's going to have to be down there tomorrow instead of up here.
Yeah, so I'm not confident about my Texas truck.
I don't blame you. I would not have blamed you because, I like Texas, yes, but then yet again, like we just said, it's just that wall in 4 is just something else.
From the moment I saw the schedule, I thought to myself, if I make it to the playoffs, I'm going to stumble right out the gate with Texas.
Oh, I agree. It's going to be, I think that was one of the biggest tracks that was kind of concerning, but I think this season has been kind of interesting. So we got 5 weeks, and these 5 weeks are going to determine how you race your race. So, but again, it could be possibilities of how you win these championships. So, but again, it is, oh my goodness, 6 people watching. Goodness gracious, we appreciate it. Thank you guys. We appreciate it so much. I love that. We love the support. I know Maddie loves the support. We love the views. We love all the support for y'all. It's amazing. But
Yeah.
you know what track I'm surprised they didn't put on the schedule in the playoffs for both series is Martinsville, because you got to realize Martinsville could be that. You've seen it in real life where Martinsville could be that game changer, but yet I don't make the schedule. I just run, or I just see what the schedule is. I'm like, okay, these guys are going to have to do this race. But I thought Martinsville would have been a cool race to have on the schedule for either Xfinity or trucks in the playoffs, if you ask me. So that's just my personal opinion. So I don't know about you.
Right. Well, I like Martinsville too, and it's one of those tracks that can definitely shake things up.
Oh, I agree. It's just, I mean, I love it, but then it does get annoying. But I'm telling you, it's just, that's what I would have preferred if it was me. So that's just my personal opinion. Because
Right.
I would have preferred Martinsville next week for trucks. Yep. Maddie just asked me, he said,
For tomorrow night.
Duck says, got to study for tomorrow night. We love you, Rolling. It's amazing to see you in the broadcast. Thanks for tuning, bud. Make sure to send you an invite, Rogues, because he says he can never find you.
Right.
I got you, Maddie. I got you, pal. I always got you. And ladies and gentlemen, the qualifying is over, and your poll winner, I don't get up for. Where's the poll winner? So, yeah, it looks like Maniac did race, so you are right. So Maniac is racing tonight, so 14 guys. So you can retract that.
I'll
Cool.
go back to my original one then. Maniac's going to be my, sorry, Pip, but Maniac's going to be my dark horse.
Full pool with a fast lap of a 29.767 puts on the pole with Fula on the front row. And get this, JPR hits a 30 flat, like literally 30.000. You know,
Wow.
well, Rogue, you heard me last night. I said that's twice I've hit a
More excited for a race I'm not in. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. No, but you heard me last night. I said I hit a 30.000 like twice last night. That was aggravating to see. That was so aggravating. All right. Minutes away, seconds away, and we are good to join. I will send you an invite really quick so you can get in, unless Maddie sent you one.
Nope.
All right. There you go. I'm going to send you one more just in case. You got him?
Yep.
Cool. We're in. We're going to rock and roll. It's time to start the playoffs. It's time to see how these 5 weeks can handle. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, grab a drink, grab a soda, grab whatever you need.
Xfinity at Texas, brought to you by Beneath the Oak Podcast.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Who is going to Atlanta? Who's going to hoist the trophy? Who is going to be a champion at the end of
All
these playoffs?
starts right now.
Green flag in 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Playoff racing begins tonight. Green flag. Down into turn number 1 they go. And everyone gets to the bottom of the racetrack. A little contact. Piff went into the apron. Well, they keep it going straight. But we're still going full pull. What a trouble back straight
Oh, we
away.
got a crash to 22.
Tunes is
The
involved.
16, the
Zion.
Cowboy Watson.
Caution's not out, though. That's, first lap, and we don't have a caution. Lap 1 complete, and yes, Tunes involved. I believe was Cowboy Watson was involved.
The
Zion was
11,
involved.
the 22, and the 16 were involved.
I don't know what happened. I don't know. If
Dials.
I think someone might. Oh, Brandon hanging on to it right there on the backstretch. Another thing is the backstretch going to be killer. That's going to be one killer thing. Man, that's not what you want to have.
Bulls trying to pull away. That 13's trying to stay tough from behind.
Yes, he
They're
is.
kind of pulling away from the rest of the pack.
I tell you what, a lot of these guys want to try to get the. And remember,
Study for tomorrow night.
playoff points are up. That's going to help full pull out on the playoff point because that once it recedes, you're going to have that playoff point. Boy, JPR is trying to get to the front
He's
too.
trying to catch him.
Now you gotta realize this here, Rogue. You gotta shake off the early mistakes. It's only stage one. You gotta realize that. It's only stage one. Shake it off and just move to the next
And
stage.
look who should be running side by side with that 7 and that 99.
Oh, well, that 99 got some help from his good old buddy Turnover. Look at that. That's teammate work right there. They're not affiliated, but that manufacturer teammate is working absolutely perfect. Look at that. And there's a third Toyota in that mix, and that's Maniac. Boy, Maniac's trying to ruin some points for some of these guys.
And all three drove by that.
Yes, he did. Dave just went from 5th to 8th in one corner. That's insane. But right now, Football is just ahead of that 13. The 13 just bounced off the wall. And that's not what you need. If you're the 13, you're bouncing off the wall. And that's going to let him pull away just a little bit. But I tell you, it is a long ways to go. And again, these guys got to make a pit stop in the first two stages. And Fula is getting extra loose, and these tires you're going to get loose as heck. Right now, we've got...
Maddie's making a move on the 9 of 5th with Turnover coming in behind him.
Yes, sir, he is, and that's his 16 laps to go. Coming to 15 to go in stage 1. How about Maddie making some noise early in stage number 1?
Those two Toyotas of Maddie and Turnover are making their way through the field.
Yes, they are, and how about that?
And that 9's got Hypertonic 18 all over his back bumper. Another Toyota.
Well, you got to realize that's his dirt buddy. Those two are dirt buddies. Oh, wow. Those two have raced. Those two are the Eldora Kings, if you ask me.
Well, they start when Misfits started on dirt. So those were the two dirt guys from
JPR on the grass.
OGs. It looks like we got
Brandon.
Who is that?
Looks like, oh my goodness, Brandon getting a little loose. Again, Dave's on the apron. He's getting loose. Tire wear is going to be a factor.
Maddie's making a move on JPR with Turnover in tow. Those two Toyotas are slowly making their way through the field. Maddie's saying P3 now.
Yes, he is, and I tell you what, he's probably thinking Turnover as much as he can. He's like, thank you so much, Turnover. I appreciate you, bud. Now let's catch the top two. I believe Maddie started 5th in the field, and boy, the top two have pretty much checked out. And there you go. There you go. Full to the point. I was just about to say, when are we going to see these green flag pit stops, Rogue? But here you go.
First pit stop of the night.
Remember, it's okay. Just don't get a speeding penalty in the last stage. You can have a mistake in the first two stages, but not in the last. But right now, you mentioned it really well, but now Matty drops. He was on the bottom lane. Now he's all the way to the top. He's in the marbles. Now the question is, did that open strategy for anyone? There's tunes to pit road.
The 9's coming down pit road. The 90's coming down pit road.
Yep, those two, no strategy. Those two are...
The 20 of Turnover has gotten by Matty.
Yes, he has, and I tell you, there's the 22 to come into pit road. I tell you, looks like Maniac's going to pit. Dave and Brandon, they're staying out. There's Speedway. Remember, he almost won at Bristol in the truck, but...
The 20 is in pit road. Matty stays out. Will this separate those two Toyotas?
10 is on pit road, so the 10 is going to pit from the race lead. And that's questionable. That's questionable. There's watching the pit road turn.
Brandon G. is now the race leader.
No, it's Matty.
Matty's on pit road.
No, he's not.
Not?
Nope.
He spun. Matty just spun going to pit road.
Oh, man, look at that.
And Brandon passes him on the pit road apron.
Yep. And you got to realize, you got to woe it down. There's Eternal to come into pit road.
He spun it again. Matty spun again right at the line.
Oh, my goodness. Mistakes. Remember, this is only stage 1. It's okay. Stage 1.
The 20 is now leaving pit road.
Yes, he is. And I believe this leader is going to probably be the 10 or the 13. 13 and 10 side by side. I believe this is going to get the 13 the lead. Because right now, remember, he started the trend of green flag pit stops. Can this help Fula as much as he can to get the stage win? Because remember, a stage win gets you that playoff point. So that's going to help you a lot if you are the 13.
Or is that 18 in the lead?
I think 13 is the leader. So right now,
so the 18 is looking to go lap down.
And that's what you don't need if you, I believe, is that Watson ahead, though. Where's the 16 at? Yes. So you are
in front of the 18.
So if you're the 16 right now, you were hoping that 18 goes a lap down, so you don't have to worry about going a lap down. How about a battle for the lead? And Fupu back to the point. I tell you what, lap traffic could be a factor, but right now they are getting closer to that point. And right now, 8 laps to go.
And 18 still holding on.
He ain't gonna let
he
that 10
don't want to go a lap down at this stage.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Especially that 16 in front of him.
Exactly. That 16 does not want to be that car to be stuck a lap down, because you got to realize you got to have these points. And how about Matty? From lead, he was up inside the top 5. Now he's currently in P9. That entry costed him big time. But remember,
he had a good car. Can he work his way back up to the front like he did? The 7 is making a move on the 22 of Ziles.
Yes, he is. And I tell you what, he's got side by side. 6 laps to go. And now you got to wonder, I mean, fuel's probably not a problem, but that's the question. Can you hang on?
Oh, the Maniac gets in the grass.
That's not what that's... You see, looks like he's a lap down.
He goes a lap down.
Now you got to think, Maniac bear hope that caution comes out soon, because he does not want that.
He's hoping that 16 can stay on the lead lap.
Try and get back to the leader. There you go. Full pull to the lead. Well, back to the point right now. I believe we're at 5 laps to go. Maybe, I think it's 4 to go. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Dave. Get to the start first. 4 laps to go this time by, and what a gap the top 2 have. But then third place, I believe, is a 3-car battle between
the 9, the 20, and the 90.
How cool would it be to see that 20 go to victory lane after winning Gateway and winning the regular season? That'd be trouble. Maniac around front straightaway. I don't know if he he collects the 20. Hard into the pits. No caution.
The 7 is in the infield.
No caution. 20 looped around, and wow. Just
20's on pit road.
He hit the 5 pit box. Boy, that's not what he needed to have. He better hurry up, because right now that 10 is somehow 10 is right now heading into turn to the backstretch right now. And if I'm turnover, I got to get moving, because right now I don't want to go a lap down. I don't need to go a lap down.
Well, like I said, Turner's still hoping that 16 can stay out.
And here we go. I believe, I could be wrong. Maybe this is one to go in stage number 1. I believe it's 1 to go.
That
Stage
16's got a mirror full of that
of his
10.
teammate.
And that 10's pulled away from that 13 by quite a few car lengths.
He sure has, and this is probably last lap, stage 1. And right now, if you are whoever is that first car 1 lap down, saying, please, come on, Watson, don't go lap down.
So far, it's Hypertonic looks to be the only car lap down.
Green checkered, and what a job. Cowboy Watson will stay on the lead lap, and there's the green checkered. Full pull will win stage 1 over Fula, Piv, JPR. I believe Maddie recovered for a 5th. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but we'll get the results. I'll give you them in a second. And no, he was 6th. But your top 10 stage number 1. Can we get the results, Maddie? Please? So your stage 1 results are this. Here you go. I got them for you. Full Pool, Fula, Piv, JPR, Jeepri, Maddie, Zios, Dave, Speedway, and Eternal. The top 10. So a really good recovery from Maddie, getting a 6th place in stage number 1.
And that spin, yes.
Stage 1 winner.
He's got a fast car.
He does. He really does. I mean, he's been had a fast race car. He just can't. Can he translate it from the regular season to the playoffs? I'm telling you. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh.
New leader.
I could be wrong here. This could be a strategy called by the 78 green flag. Uh-oh. Maybe. Did he? I don't know. I could be wrong here. I don't know. Maybe he forgot the pits. I don't know. Maybe he just took 2 tires. I could be wrong. Green flag is back in the air.
They're 3 wide.
And they're going to get to the point. Look at this. Side by side. They're going to... Nope, they're not wrecking.
13 takes the lead. They're still 3 wide back there.
I think he just took 2 tires. I think that 78 just took 2 tires like, that was not what I wanted to do. Not what I needed.
Full pull is bopping back.
That is not what you need if you're full pull. He is going backwards. This is not what you need if you were full pull. I tell you, this is...
Somebody's in the wall. Now he's in the wall. He collects the big one. The 22
Maddie, Dave, upside down here in Texas. Turnover,
Watson. By the 22 sitting upside down in the middle of the track. The 99's involved. The 54 was involved.
99, big crash in the back straightaway. Wow. We were wondering if that was going to be a caution. Oh my goodness.
Now, the 78 forgot the pit. This is definitely going to, or the 99. Is it 99? No, 78.
Yeah, because it
This is
says
definitely
99.
going to help him.
Man, just, that was insane, but big wreck on the back straightaway. But what I think is that I think he either forgot to pit or maybe just took 2 tires. And how about gambling? How about some gamblers? And I'm going to tell you what, Tunes is on the front row. Green
So you
flag.
got Tunes and Full on the front row.
That's insane, dude. Now you got to realize, it's anyone's ball game here. Stage 2 is, can you make it on fuel? Because right now, this is a chance you got to make sure you, car on the wall. Are they going to keep her green? They look like they do. Now the question is, Rogue, can these guys make it on fuel? Because they're at 13. Well, they're going to come to 13 at 13, and you got to wonder. This is fuel saving now. It's anyone's ball game. Trouble probably in the back. Tunes in the wall, bouncing off the wall, still green.
Up front, you got that 13, the 90, and that 10, the top 3.
Look at the 10. Look at that 10. He is working it, dude. He's like, excuse me, come on,
He's
JPR.
trying to get back up to the front.
He is. And look who's right behind him.
20 is saying in P5, turn over the regular season champ has got himself saying P5 here in Texas.
I was
and
going to
making
say,
a move on Piff for P4.
yes, he is. I was about to say, look at that, Piff, your Talladega winner. I tell you what, he is doing what he's trying to do to win again here in Xfinity. And JPR leading here for probably the first time tonight.
Yes.
So right now, if you are a driver looking back, I mean,
Oh, 13 got loose coming on exit at corner 4, like you're talking about.
Exactly. That's what you don't need to have is that loose car, I'm telling you. And look at that. Piff goes way high. Is he going to... Yep. Wow. Just unbelievable. On board with Matty. He is right now trying to bounce his way back inside the top 5. I believe he's inside the top 10. But right now, one driver who needs to get going is that 7 car, Dave.
We got to move. The 10 pulls the inside of that 90, trying to take P1.
He just did. Sure did. I tell you what, he just took back the lead like he was nothing.
20's looking at P3.
Again,
and he's got another Toyota at 54.
Trouble! Hard into the outside retaining wall, and that's the 78 of Eternal. What a hard hit, and he's going... I don't know if that's no caution, but a hard impact. This is not going to be the playoff start he needs to have. I tell you,
Matty's moved himself back into P5.
Matty
he's
wants
pressuring that 20 for P4.
I tell you what, Matty wants to win. He would love to. Oh, those Toyotas are just not giving an inch, man. They're not giving 1 inch to each other, not at all. Ooh,
no, they're not.
Ooh, wow. 78 is letting the leaders by, which is a very gentlemanlike thing to do, if you ask me, Rogue.
Yes.
Common courtesy to move out of the way for the leaders. And again,
especially if you ain't got a good car. JPR's managed to get back up front, come back on that 10, leads him. But that 10 is right on his bumper.
I tell you, that 10, I'm sorry, not 10, the 90, remember, he had to drop down to Xfinity. He didn't have a good cup start, so he said, you know what? I'm going to drop down to Xfinity.
He had other obligations and wasn't going to make multiple races throughout the season.
The grass. Piff went into the grass off contact with his teammate Dave, and they're still going. And turn 4 is treacherous. Turn 4 is going to be, that's the treacherous spot. You just don't want to hit the apron or hit that wall.
Well,
and then
the track itself leads you to makes the car try to go from it. The track itself makes the car want to go sharp to the inside when you exit the corner or up the hill, and you want to try to keep it down the hill. It can get loose on you.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So right now we got JPR, Full 3, and Matty's your top 5.
What a good recovery, man. What a great recovery for Matty.
He is turnover in 6th.
Oh, Dave around back straightaway. Something happened to Dave. I think Dave around back straightaway. Not a good stage 2. This could get ugly. Maniac hard in the wall. And, man, this track is not helping any of these guys out tonight, is it?
No, it's not.
Because right now, if you are a guy in the playoffs, this is your kryptonite, if you ask me. This is literally kryptonite. 5 laps to go, stage 1 or stage 2, coming to 3 to go. Matty in the grass,
side by side at the line.
Oh, what a save!
Coming to the line, 3 wide.
There's a 4-car blanket for the lead. Holy Toledo! 2 Toyotas versus 2 Chevys. Who's gonna outsmart that? Now you gotta think. Ooh, turnover. Is this risky? Turnover's gonna pit. So, it's 3 to go right now. Coming at 2 to go. Ooh, he's got to get to pit road before the pit caution comes out. Well, he's on pit road. I don't know if he made it before the leaders hit 2 to go. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But right now, you got to make do. You've got to make do if you're... Matty's going to pit. Maybe they didn't. Oh, this is, well, no, it's 3 to go. Okay, he's good. Maddie's got to hurry
Good.
because, whoa. 2 to go this time by Maddie should have, oh, Maddie's going to get a penalty, same with Speedway. That's not going to help their case. Turnover off of pit road. I believe Maniac, Maniac's on pit road. Maddie probably just got busted for
The 10's coming to pit road.
That's possibilities. That's really risky if you ask me, because you got to realize 2 to go, pits are closed. 1 to go, I think this time by. I could be wrong, Rogue, but right now that's 70, the 90 and the 54. Right now, 2 to go. Oh boy, you gotta give her all you got. 1 to go. I think they're coming to 1 to go this time by. Is the 99 on pit road still? Yes, he is. 10 on pit road still. 90 might be out of gas. Is he out of gas? He's out of gas.
We got some fuel issues. Some of the drivers are sputtering out there.
Yes, they are. I think Brandon took the stage. Brandon takes the stage, though.
The 13's out of gas. And crosses across the line out of gas.
Ooh, yep, he did. And full pull. Oh, my goodness. Is he a lap down? Is this going to put him a lap down? Most of these
change a lot of things.
This is interesting because right now, remember, you could not have pitted with 2 to go. If it was me, I would have just ran it out. I would have just ran that sucker out. But right now, Rogue.
Some of them did. Some of them got penalties.
And how about this? Let's see, stage 2 results. Really quick, I'll give you your stage 2 results. Oh my goodness. So Brandon wins.
Turnover is the lucky dog. You got Turnover, Maddie, Hyper, and Speedway are all lapped down.
So Brandon, JPR, Zios, Tunes, Fula, Piff, Watson, Dave, Fullpool, and Eternal. How about Fullpool getting himself lucky, Rogue? How about that?
Did Turnover take the wave around? Turnover took a wave around. Get himself back on the lead lap.
Turnover on the here we go. Green flag. It's time to see who will win and collect the trophy tonight. Green flag, final stage.
Brandon leads him at the drop of the green.
53 to go. It's insane, Rogue.
Got 22s in P3. First time we've seen his car up front tonight.
Exactly. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That's 22.
He's bringing a Ford to the play. He's like, I see Chevys and I see Toyotas playing. How about a Ford?
Hey, he and RKM are the only Fords in this league.
Oh, 18's in the wall.
Yes, he is. 18 in the wall. Is the caution going to come out? No. I'll tell you what. 18's probably going to say, you know what? I've had too much. I'm good. I've had too much tonight. I'm not saying. I'm just had too much wrecking experience tonight. I don't know why, but he's going to push through. I can tell you. That's a fighter right there.
13's making a move on that 22 on the outside.
Sure is, and I tell you what, full pull into the wall and collects turnover, I think.
So now looks like he's able to keep going.
I think Dave just, I don't know, maybe Dave just chopped the nose off Dave, maybe. I could be wrong. But a lot of guys are hoping to get back on the lead lap here. I tell you, 6th place is Dave. What a good run he's having. I tell you, Brandon leads. And how cool would it be from the provisional?
Well, he's not having a good run. He's at 10 of full pull. He's found himself way back in traffic.
Exactly. And right now, Rogue, we're halfway to go through this race. 50 to go, coming up 49 to go. Here comes Ziles. He's saying, hey, you were right, Rogue. He's like saying, hey, I'm a part of these playoffs, man. I want to win here tonight, man. I want to win. So that's something. But how about Dave? He's doing what he's got to do to get a top 5. Heck, maybe even a podium. He hasn't won
He's now top 6. The 13 just passed him for top 5.
See, the top 5 have won a race in Xfinity. Dave hasn't won yet, sooner than expected. I'd like to see Dave go to victory lane, but I don't know where. But could tonight be the night where fuel could save him? So right now,
that 54 is still reading them all.
Looks like Eternal and
the top 6 are all the rest of them.
Yes, they are. I believe. Now it's looking like top 5. Looking back from Brandon, yeah, top 6 now are all probably under a blanket for the top.
And that 99, the Maddie's saying in 7th, and he's trying to reel in that 7.
Well, I think Maddie's a lap down because he didn't get the free pass.
He is.
He's 7th?
No, he's a lap down, I believe.
Yeah. I was going to say,
he's running 7th position on the track.
Ooh, little contact between the 22 and the 9. Remember, Zaus is an Xfinity Series champion, and I believe Piff is I don't know if he's won an Xfinity, but those guys are champions. Those guys raced each other for so long. And you got to realize, tempers can happen, yes, but you got to leave it off the track. I mean, again.
How about that 54? Let's talk about that 54 a little bit more. Taking the provisional to get into the playoffs, making it 13, and here he is leading them.
Exactly.
Show him why he's a 3-time Xfinity champ.
He wants to be a 4-time champion after
He wants
tonight.
to be a 4-timer.
He wants to say, hey, I'm the GOAT of the Xfinity Series, man. I'm the greatest, man. I want to be known as Mr. G-Pre 06 4-time Misfits Xfinity Series champion. Not just 3, not just 2, but a 4-time champion would sound oh so sweet after going into 5 weeks. That would sound so cool to hear calling it on a broadcast. That'd be so cool. Looks like Maniac, again, as mentioned, he is taking his 18 to the garage area, done for the night, calls it, saying, I've had too much on my mind. I'm calling retirement on the race.
Damage to I think he broke a 4-link on it, so.
Yep. Oh, well. But, hey, it's always fun to see Maniac in these races. We love to see you in the races, bud. But right now, JPR is trying. Oh, my Lord.
There's a battle for that P3 between the 13 and the 9. It looks like the 13 just passed 5th for that 3rd spot.
And how about this? I believe if I can turn over to pit road, is this early for him? Is this an early scheduled stop or?
Well, remember he took a waiver round after the last pit stop where he got caught a lap down.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sure.
So he has a little bit more time, a couple more laps on his tires than everybody else does.
I'm trying to get to the 90. This is well. Pit stops may be a factor because right now, 42 laps to go, Rogue. It's crunch time. You got to make sure you got to get to pit road. You got to outsmart the guy very sooner than expected, coming to 41 to go. And what a drive G-Pre is having. I tell you, remember.
Well, that 90 is all over that 54. Here's the 13's coming up and trying to make it a three-way battle.
The 9 as well. He's saying, hey, I want to be a part of this ball game as well. I want to be a part of this. I want to say, hey, I want to make some noise here.
And that 7 of Dave is right there.
Yes, he is. And there you see the 13 going to pit road. Now the question is, the 13's going to go to pit road, 16 to pit road. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now the question is...
Well, everybody wants those fresh tires because the fall off is major between new and old tires here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I believe everyone... And I mean,
everyone's coming to pit
road.
Whoa! Brandon got squirrely on exit. Somebody spun.
I think it was the 78 car of Eternal. So
it was the 78.
Oh, my. Well, Brandon better hope to get back up to the field.
Brandon ended up coming in P3, third place after the entry there.
He better hope he can get back up there and catch JPR and Piff, because that is not what you need in this third and final stage. I tell you, Brandon knows how to get it done. He knows exactly how to get it done, and there you see the 20 coming off of pit road. Cowboy Watson off of pit road.
Same as the 99 just left pit road.
99.
90's out. The 9's out.
22's out. 7's out.
54's out.
If you are Brandon, you need to
that
have...
13 just passed them, all leaving the pit road. Does that put that 13 in the lead?
No.
He pitted a lap earlier.
No, it doesn't. It puts the... Yeah, actually, yes, it does. Yes, it does. But yes, it puts the 13 as the leader. Boy, what a gap he's got over second place. Goodness. I tell you, it's full of pulls off the craziest strategies in this league. I tell you, it could be possibilities of winning this race.
He's got a huge lead over the field.
He does.
Half the backstretch over JPR.
And I tell you right now,
JPR's got a good 12-car length over the third-place car.
Yes, he does. And if I'm Brandon right now, currently, I believe he is currently in a position, I believe that's maybe 4th or 5th. He needs to get back up there. He had this third and final stage underway perfectly.
And that 99's fighting scratchy. He's trying to make his way up to the front to get his lap back the hard way.
He sure is, and I tell you, he's probably banking on a caution, but look who's behind him. It's not for position, though, but it's the 7.
But that's 7.
Oh, even in trucks, Rogue, I know you hear it a lot, but those two battle it week in and week out here in Xfinity and trucks.
54 just made a move on that 20. He's trying to work his way back up the front after that terrible entry in the pit road.
Entry of pit road. Yeah. I'm telling you, Brandon wants to win this thing, man. He wants to be known as a 4-time champion. He really does.
Well, he wants to take advantage of getting in under the circumstances.
Yeah, he does. And I tell you, he just, man, I believe, is that 10? Wait, where's the 10? 10 is currently, I believe, in a... Wow.
He's worked his way up, back up after the... Looks like that 90 slowly catching that 13, especially if he brushes the wall like that a few more times.
Exactly, and you got to capitalize on mistakes. You got to capitalize on people's mistakes. So, 13 is your race leader, ladies and gentlemen, with 34 laps to go. And now you got to think, Fulla is leading right now, yes, we know, but can it last the next couple laps? Because you got to realize, he pits way before everyone else. He pits like it isn't just, just insane.
Excited for a race I'm not in. This is gonna be good.
So 30,
the 90's definitely catching them.
He sure is, and with 33 laps to go, coming up 32 to go.
Makes me want to think maybe that 13 tried 2 tires.
Well,
that's how he got the big lead.
That's possibilities of it. I mean, you could have said, 2 tires could be the
strategy. He only
strategy.
played 1 lap before them.
I thought it was like 2 or 3, if you ask me.
No, he turnover pitted, then the 13 pitted. He was the next one to go after turnover.
Well, this is going to get interesting because right now, if you're Fulla, you got to, if you're JPR, you are right there, and it looks like Matty to pit road. I believe that's an unscheduled pit stop. I don't know if he had to I don't know, man. That's controversy, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But right now, Turnover and Dave are having one heck of a battle for the 6th spot. Turnover to pit road this time, as seen.
That 10's trying to make a move on that 9 for like the P3 spot, I believe.
I believe so. How cool would it be?
And the 90, it looks like he's caught that 13.
Whoa! 99 just went straight towards the wall. Rogue, what I'm thinking here with the 99 is because thing one or thing two
issues with the 99.
Thing one or thing two probably woke up and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going as a reference here. So
trying to get that car, see if we can get that car off the track.
He's on the apron, which is good. Nope, it's Jesse loving it pretty much. It's taking over, but how about this? Look at the 90 right there behind the 13. I tell you, those two have battled so very well. And do we have an update on the 99 if his car is still on track? And his car is going backwards. So, again, it could be a possibility. How about battle for lead? JPR side by side. He's going to clear the 13 for the lead. He had that.
Oh!
Yeah, wow, the
99 must be ghosted.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Again, that's what I'm thinking is thing one or thing two woke up. Full pull to the pits. Fula to pit road as well. So this also begs the question, was this a smart call by Full Pool to pit with Fula? Because he's usually not the one to pit this early, if you ask me. But right now, I don't know. Let's see, did the 99? Nope, he's still on track. With 27 laps to go, Rogue. It is at its best. There you see the 90, the 9, the 54, the pit road. Is the 7 going to stay out one extra lap? Let's see where the 7 is. And where's the 7 at? Tunes to pit road. Dave stays an extra lap. He wants that TV time, Rogue. He leads a lap. He got his
sprung on entry to pit road.
Oh no!
B-Way's coming to pit road in that 5 car.
Yes, he is.
Full Pull is leaving pit road.
Now, where's the 13 now? Because right now, well, 13 is heading to 3 and 4. Same with the 10, I believe, is the 7. Yep, 7 to pit road, 16 to pit road. 54 is exiting his box.
13's got a lead again.
And I tell you, is this a smart move by his crew? Is this going to say, hey, you know, what do we got to do to outsmart JPR, right? Like, how are we going to start these playoffs with a bang? I tell you, it could be a very cool day to see Fula back to victory lane. And I think the last time we saw
him have to move off that 90 because that 90's coming after him again.
Yes, he is. And I believe that 10 is right there with him. Still no reports on the 99 of Maddie, who is going backwards. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what the ordeal, but Ziles is the leader as he is hitting pit road, and I think he stayed at one extra lap. So you got to realize this, Rogue. Some people are thinking, man, I can go that one extra lap anytime. So it's possibilities of it, though. It's really possibilities.
So you got that 13, 11 is lap down, separating that 13 and that 90 right now.
It sure is, I'll tell you. I really think that 90 is hoping
looks like
that
he pulled to the high side to let that 90 go.
Yes, he did. He's like, that's
He didn't want to hold up the second place car.
That's a gentleman way. That's the gentleman way. And I tell you what, JPR is saying, excuse me, sir, you're in my way. I would like to catch this 13. I'd like to win, man.
He's also got that 10. You see, And 90 sees that 10 back there getting bigger and bigger in his river mirror also.
23 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. And Fula is the race leader with 22 this time by. Fula has got to make every lap count. He's got to make sure these laps are very, very important. Coming at 21 this time by. And what a
looks like we got Fula, JPR, full pole, 5th, and
Brandon, I believe.
Top 5.
Yes. Let's see if I can get it right along with JPR. And JPR is there. 21 laps to go. JPR is saying, hey, I'm doing all I can to start these playoffs with a good
rolling
start.
up 13 in.
He sure is. It is all what you got to do to catch that 13. And now you got to think, Rogue, who's going to outsmart who? You know, is that 13 going to outsmart the 90, or is the 90 going to outsmart the 13 and say, hey, I'm going to pit before this guy? Or, you know,
right?
It's the what-ifs scenario. 20 laps to go.
90 is there.
Ooh, he bounced off the wall just a bit, but he's got to brush that wall off. He cannot do that. He cannot afford.
A little bit of momentum there.
Coming to 19 laps to go. I tell you what,
is there. He's making
yes,
a move
he
to the
is.
outside as it comes to start.
Side by side, 19 to go. I think it's, no, was that 19 to go or 18 to go? I gotta look. Give me 1 sec. Yes, 19 laps to go. Coming at 18 laps to go, and I believe 99 finally takes it to the garage. Probably one of the kids woke up. So, tough start to the playoffs for Maddie. Very tough start.
Yeah, good car, too.
He sure did. Battle for lead. 18 to go. There you go. How about that 10? 10 is right there as well. 10 needs to get there. These three are the fastest cars in Xfinity, if you ask me. They've been fast in the regular season, but now who can transfer?
Well, they're definitely three of the fastest cars on the track tonight.
Sure are.
Well, the 54 was fast for a while. Even the 99 was fast for a while.
Exactly.
But these three has been consistently fast. The 10 found himself marred in traffic and made his way back up twice now.
Turnover coming to pit road this time by. Looks like he's going to make his last pit stop of the night. And top three literally under a blanket. You've got the 90, the 13, the 10. Who's going to outsmart who? That's the big thing here. It's the what-if scenarios.
Now, these three, the 13 and the 10, are on the same pit schedule.
Exactly. Oh, yes. They're coming to 16. Well, they're coming to 15 laps to go. Now you got to think, you know, because the fuel window is around 13 to 14 laps, and that window is not open really, but I would say if you know how to save fuel, that window is open just for your taking. So 15 laps to go. I think it is. Yep, 15 laps to go. That window is about to be wide open. Can you make it on fuel?
Turnover is leaving pit road right now, and here comes the leaders by him.
That is a gentleman way to get. That is very gentleman-like of Turnover to just say, sorry. And there's the 10. 10 to pit road. There you go.
Coming.
And there you go. We were wondering who was going to outsmart who. 10's going to outsmart the 13 and the 90. 14 to go. That window is now open. That fuel window is open. How do you outsmart your opponent now, Rogue, if you're the 90? Do you stay out that one extra lap and make sure you pit before he does? Or, well, there you go.
Here comes the 13. Here comes the 90. They're both coming in now.
There you go. I guess they outsmart each other. They're like, hey, we're going to pit whatever you pit, bud. Got to get down to...
9's coming to pit road. The 54's coming to pit road. The 9's coming on entry.
Yikes. Seeing if anyone got bounty. Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like no one got busted for speeding. Dave's the leader. But right now, I believe second place is going to be JPR. Watson the pit road. Oh, Piff coming off a pit road. 90 coming off. Well, 90. Piff is coming off a pit road.
90, 13, the 9, and the 54 are all leaving pit road.
Well, that's going to change a lot.
And here comes that 10 on the high side.
This could change a lot. This is going to be the game changer right here. Who's going to beat who on this strategy?
And the 90 was able to get up the speed in her corner.
Before that 10. Yes, he did.
Before the 10 got there.
Now you got to think. Does the 90
Now
have
that
enough?
one lap pressure tires, will that matter? Does the 10, he pulled the lap early, will he have a fuel issue?
This is gutsy. This is gutsy, if you ask me.
The 16 is now leaving pit road.
7, I
after
believe,
this
is
scheduled pit stop. And the 78's coming to pit road.
7 leaving his box. 10, 11 coming off of pit road. And I believe Zios is the leader right now. But where is Zios is the pit road? Turnover can make it on fuel, so he'll just come and top it off probably. So tough break for turnover tonight. But what a battle we have, ladies and gentlemen. The 90 versus 10, I tell you. I tell you what, Rogue, this is going to be a very interesting race. Coming to 10 to go this time by Rogue. It is.
This is a good race up front. The 90s pull a car link on the 10 that lap.
Absolutely, and 10 laps to go. Now you got to think, does the 10 have enough fuel? Does the 90 have enough fuel? Heck, does the 13 have enough? Because remember, the 10 pitted before the 90 and the 13.
A lap before.
Yes,
so,
he did.
I'm wondering if the tires of the 90 is going to cost the 10 because he's got one lap older tires.
Sure does.
He closed her right back up there on corner 1.
Sure did. I tell you, what that 10 needs to do is get around that 90 and just pull away. But JPR is not going to let him do it. I tell you, he's not going to let him. He's like, no, thank you. Coming to 8 to go. We're at 8 laps to go this time by. It's time to see who starts their playoff right with 8 laps to go. JPR is hoping to hang on for 8 more laps. Rogue, we've seen this story before, and in trucks, we've seen it. It's like Corolla versus Duck at Darlington. I'll tell you what, is this going to be the same story, but in a different series?
Oh, no.
7 laps to go. JPR has the lead. Remember.
But he has a mirror full of that 10.
Yes, he does.
That 10's not going away.
Remember, this is the number 1 seed right behind in second position. I believe JPR was, I think he was in the 3rd seed. I got to look back, but man, 6 to go.
Second or 3rd seed.
This is number 1 versus number 2 versus number 1 in the seed. Here you go. 6 to go. It's all 4 of the marbles now, Rogue. I tell you, I think the next competition is the 13, but I don't know if 13 is going to have enough time to get there.
I think the 13's dropping out. These front 2 are walking away.
Yes, they are. They are drafting like it's last week at Talladega. 5 laps to go. Who gets the job
done? The 90 has a better car on 3 and 4, but the 10 has a better car on 1 and 2.
He does. You got to think, Rogue, who's got the better entry and who's got the better exit? There you go.
The 90 would make him put a gap on that 10 and 3 and 4, but the 10 comes right back up on 1 and 2.
4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. It is go time. It's crunch time. 4 to go, Rogue. Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you what that 10 and 90 do not need is to see a caution.
Will lap car be a factor? They're both coming up on a lap car.
Well,
it looks like Ziles. They're both coming up on that 22.
Now the question also is, do they have enough? Do they have enough fuel? 4 to go, or 3 to go. This time by. Go time is now. Do you let the 90 make a mistake?
They're coming up on that 22 in a hurry.
They sure are. If you're the 22, where do you go? Do you let these guys by? Because you want to know. We want to know. But right now, 2 to go, Rogue. This is it. 2 to go. If you're that 10, you got to get there now. 2 to go. They have been nose to tail since the last pit stop.
22 took the high side in corner number 1 and let these two boys race it by him.
That's very Class A. Very Class A.
Getting ready for the Black Oak 1 to go here in a second.
1 lap to go this time sponsored by Beneath the Oaks Podcast. Here we go. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Beneath the Oaks Podcast. Here we go. JPR is leading. What will the 10 do? Will he move him? Will he sneak to the bottom? Will he go high?
He's looking the outside on exit.
He's got to get there. He's got to.
Oh, he got a little
backstretch. Yes, he did.
On him.
Yes, he did. 10 might be out.
And it cost him.
It did. It sure did. I think 10's out of gas. Maybe he's out. But
JPR out of gas. The 10 is out of gas.
Will win to start the playoffs.
goes by him.
And football will run out of gas, but JPR scores the win in Texas.
Officially, it's JPR in the 90 and the 13 took P2.
That's awesome. That's awesome, gentlemen. What a race. JPR goes to victory lane. What a fantastic race. And your top 3, I believe we're going to get full pool as well. I'm going to take a wild squirrely guess.
Full pool managed to get P3.
Wow, that was interesting. So we got to get JPR.
JPR, 4, full pool, G-Pre, Piff, and Dave. Ziles, Cowboy, Watson with a 8th place. Turnover 9th. Tunes 10th. Speedway 11th. Eternals 12th.
Maddie's
13th.
And Maniac
was 14th.
Yep. And how about a good run from Tunes and his teammate Cowboy Watson both getting a top 10? Heck yeah. And your fastest lap winner tonight? Full pull with a
29.731.
That helps him a lot. And I mean a lot. Whew. Boy, I think that's the most craziest racing you'll ever see.
That was a good show.
Very great showing. I think we got
our sponsors.
Mustang
the Oak Podcast. Mustang Makers. Grenaholics. And Tomco Prince.
Absolutely. Boy, our picks were right tonight, Rogue.
Yeah, they were.
Heck yeah, boys. We'll take that. That's awesome. That's awesome. We just need our 3rd place driver really quick. Oh, you know what? Let me get him. There we go. JPR, I cannot hear you.
There we go.
All right, shall we start, Rogue?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with third place driver, Full Pool. Man, Full Pool, you and JPR just had a heck of a battle for the for that last win. Walk us through, my guy.
Yeah, I think he was a lap or two ahead of me on pit strategy, so he had fresher tires. Even if it's just a lap or two, that's a big deal at Texas. But honestly, I was trying to save gas, staying behind him. But I was going 100% just trying to keep up, honestly. And JPR is one of those guys I don't want to. I don't want to. You got to race him clean, you know. So.
Oh, sure.
But no, at last lap, I was gonna try to go outside and just like try to pass him on the outside, but down the back stretch, I started running out of gas. So.
Well, I
Now
mean,
you pitted with full of the cycle before. You just not make it another lap, run out in that last pit stop. You did a lap earlier than they did.
Yeah, I couldn't make it for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, just couldn't make it.
I mean, you had a great battle. I mean, to be honest with you, you got some good starting of the playoffs. This is going to help you a lot, my guy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, Rogue, you got anything for our third place driver?
Other than it looked like you had a faster on watching. It looked like your car was faster than the 90 on 1 and 2, but yet he was a little bit faster. It looked like on 3 and 4. Is that pretty close to an assumption?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way I race it. Entry on the 1 and 2, I go pretty hard on entry. You can go a lot harder than you think, and then you just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But either way, I was just keeping up because I had the draft. But because if I got in front of him, he would have just been able to pass me pretty easy.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
yeah.
Tough break for a P3 finish, but got the fastest lap as a condolence prize there. So,
yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, man.
Let's go to third place. Not third place. Let's go to second place. Full Pool. God, y'all get me so confused with that. The Full Pool and full stuff, man. Y'all got. You gotta change that. You gotta change that name sooner than expected. There, Full Pool.
No.
But let's go to full.
You can keep it.
I know, but it's gonna be confusing. But Full, you had a good run. You and JPR were battling then. You know, you and him pitted the same lap. I mean, walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just did what I could to keep myself in position, and I knew one of those I had to save something, but I didn't want to do it on the last run like full pull, so I don't know, just feel like if the draft wasn't with those two, I probably could have got up there, but I'm not going to get mad over second. Just kind of how the cards fall.
Yeah, I thought it was a good run from you guys. I mean, you guys had a heck of a battle. It was kind of professional, if you ask me.
Yeah, we were all doing good, and I mean, I know I was holding the line, and JPR was not running me over, so that was nice. And when I was catching him at the end of the last pit stop, I was making sure not to give him anything. So it's always a joy when it's us three and we don't have any shenanigans at the end. We've had a few where us three get put in the back or put in situations where we can't actually race each other, but us three, whenever we can, we're always putting on shows. So happy we actually could finish one out today with us three.
Well, man, you had a good run. Rogue, you got anything for him?
In the middle of the run, you pitted early and you come out in first place. Was there any strategy in pit road to give you those leads, or you were just the crew faster?
I am not going to give those secrets away.
Well, there you go. I mean,
good finish for your P2, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Now let's go to our winner, JPR. I mean, it's been a while, JPR. It really has. I mean, what in the world was in that car?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've won a race on like a traditional mile and a half. So glad he didn't come down to fuel mileage finally. I've always felt like if one of these 1.5 mile tracks, if we don't get fuel mileage, I'd have a decent shot at winning. So glad that went green. We were able to just cycle through the front with those last couple pit stops. I think the 13 short pitted, I think 3 stops before the end, and that got him the lead. But I knew if that cycle kept going through, he was going to eventually run himself short of fuel, so he'd have to save. And we got really close to him with that second to last pit stop, and once I got to his bumper before he pitted, I knew we were going to be in good shape.
Oh, for sure. Rogue, you got anything for him?
Oh no, you raced your way in with the 200 points barrier, put pressure on you there, and you got to feel justified coming and win the first race of the playoffs.
I mean, my whole entire mindset was once the playoff starts, we got to just execute well. I think I've had a couple cars where I probably could have won earlier in the season, but I'd make mistakes. I'd have handling issues. I'd get caught up in traffic, and then I'd start driving poorly. So in my mind, I'm like, if we just execute, don't make any mistakes, lock in, focus, and do what we know we can do, we'll be fine. And fortunately, that's how it played out. So really happy that we were able to get that done. Don't have to worry about the next 2 weeks. Can look forward to the next round and try to do the same thing there.
Well, man, you had a good run. We hope to see you go back to back. Well, get the sweep tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's tough, man. Like the two guys, full pull, Fuel, Corolla, GU. I've said it every time I've had a chance to get an interview. It is really freaking hard to win now. It's been hard. It's the hardest it's ever been since I've been in this league. So if you win a race, you definitely earn it. There are no gimmies. You got to work your ass off to get them. So I'm actually really proud of this one. I haven't won on the mile and a half, like I said, in a really long time. And to beat those two guys, it's clean. For it to go all the way to the finish on green, and there was no shenanigans, no gimmicks. It was just outright pace. Really proud of that. So can't wait for next week. Try to do it all over again.
Absolutely, and
Absolutely.
I don't know what the points are going to look like, but I think you're going to be safe going in this next week. So we hope to see you tomorrow in Victory Lane here in Texas. I mean, that's cool to see.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I haven't done a sweep since I think my rookie season, so that'd be really cool. Especially on a mile and a half. I don't think I would ever imagine doing a mile and a half. So that'd be cool. Looking forward to it either way. Texas is one of those tracks I love, but it's only good if we get long green flag runs. If it's a caution fest, it's basically a mini Daytona, and then I quickly lose interest. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations on P1, man.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
With that being said, Rogue, I think that was one heck of a Texas race, if you ask me.
Well, Beneath the Oaks podcast gave us a good show here.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. And I hope, we can actually get a chance to hear them talk about this, given that Matt didn't give them a script or anything for this last week. But, hey, you guys are amazing over there in Beneath the Oaks podcast. With that being said, let's get those sponsors out really quick one last time before we see y'all tomorrow. With that Beneath the Oaks podcast, you can listen to them on Spotify, on your phone, tablet, wherever you have. Printaholics, we're hoping to get more merchandise out with more shirts, hats, bumper stickers, you name it. Dave's in the works with that.
We'll let you guys know where to get your swag when we get it.
Exactly. Printaholics. No, we already got Printaholics. Mustang Makers provide our beautiful trophies. Again, if you have a trophy from season 10 or 11, May has got them. But just give him time. He'll get the money and send our trophies out eventually. And, of course, Tomco Prints. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign off. Once again, congratulations to JPR on the victory. Hope to see y'all tomorrow night for Texas and Trucks. Rogue, good luck to you tomorrow night in the truck race.
I appreciate it, and I hope you guys we put on a good show for you guys in the booth.
Absolutely. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope to see you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.